Now the new TRID forms are rolling out in ZipForm on September 28th. These are the changes that AAR made to their residential purchase contract and a couple other forms to comply with the new timelines that are being put out by the CFPB effective October 3rd. Now, with new TRID forms comes new responsibilities. So what I'm going to show you today is how to create a template. One of the new things that you're going to have to include on your contracts is your license ID as well as your broker's office license ID as well. So let me show you how to create a template because MLS Connect will not pull this information in. So let me show you how to create a template and then you'll be ready to go as soon as the new forms get rolled out on September 28th. So looking at ZipForm here, I'm just going to go up to templates and I'm going to go to new template. And you can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to use this as my purchase template and save. Now it's created my template and what it's asking is what forms I want to use here. So I am going to use the Arizona Association cover sheet. This is the first in your list of forms over on the right hand side. Most of you probably have never used it before. So I click to add this and then click again to bring up this form. It's basically just a transaction cover sheet that tells me all the information about the property. Now since this is a template, I'm obviously going to leave the information about the property empty because that's going to change every single time. What's not going to change every single time? Buying broker information. All right, so what's not going to change since this is my purchase template, I'm always going to be the buying broker. So what I can do here is go down to the buyer broker information and type in my name and my agent ID. Now, starting September 28th, they're not rolled out yet, but starting September 28th, right under where it says agent ID, I'm going to see a new field called agent license number. And right under office ID, I'm going to see a new field called office license number. So those are the two fields that most of you probably don't have memorized. And what you're going to do is actually fill those in so you don't have to memorize them. All right, so if I go through here and fill out all of my information. All right, so I've got all of my information in there. I'm going to click save. And that's all I have to do. Let's get out of this. So now let's say I'm going into ZipForm and I'm doing a new purchase contract. I'm just going to do new. This is going to be Joe Buyer, 123 Main Street. And right here where it says apply template, I'm going to choose my purchase template. That's the one that I just created. Click save. Now when it brings this up, you can see that I've already got this cover sheet in there. So all I did was create this transaction, apply the template, and I've got this cover sheet filled out with my information as the buying broker. Now from here, if I add anything such as the residential purchase contract, what you're going to see here is pretty cool. So what it does is it actually looks at that template, that very first cover sheet, and it pulls in that info that's in there. So if I go down, you can see right here it auto-fills my information. So again, when the forms change on September 28th, and this is also asking for your license number, all you have to do is do that template on one sheet, that cover sheet, and it automatically fills this in for you. Same thing if we jump back here and I put in the street address as 123 Main Street, save, jump back over to my purchase contract. Again, it auto-fills that information in. So if you're not using this cover sheet already, it's a great tool to use. When the new forms get rolled out September 28th, it's going to be even more important to use. Now this works the same way on the listing side as well. So you can go into templates, right here at the top, create new, and do a listing template. And again, you're going to want to add that cover sheet. And now you are in the listing broker information. So again, same thing, since this is your listing template, you just fill this information out. You only have to do it once. Save it. And then when you're ready to do a new listing transaction, again, same thing. It's a listing. And we apply the template, listing template. And we've got our cover sheet with all of our information filled out. And again, same thing. If we go in and decide that we need to do, we want to include an as-is addendum. In that cover sheet, if I put in the seller's name and save, it's going to autofill that into the as-is addendum. So anything that I do in that cover sheet automatically populates to the rest of the forms in that same transaction. And if you do a template for listing side, a template for purchase side, put in your license number in there and your broker's license number in there, then you'll never have to worry about keeping it memorized. It'll make your transactions go super smooth and super quick. If you have any questions, give me a call.